Hi. Okay, maybe we'll redo that.
Well, it's okay. We can edit anything out, right?
Yeah, well, not anything. Not swear words.
What?
You can't edit something out that's not there. Anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
Unless you're planning to swear.
Yeah. Hello, listeners. Yeah.
Welcome to our podcast. It's better than anyone you've ever listened to, ever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm Boy.
I'm Tuck.
And this is Tuck and Boy.
Yeah?
Yep, that's about it. So, yeah, bye. Just kidding. That's not the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I think you can guess the reason that we named the podcast Tuck and Boy. Because I'm Boy, and she's Tuck.
That's true. I was like, no, you can't. You don't understand. But I...
Oh, wow. Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, those are actually our nicknames at home, so...
Yeah.
I thought you were judging me this whole time.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yes.
I'm not judging you.
Well, it feels like it. I've never done a podcast with you, so...
I'm praising you. Like, I've never done a podcast either, and I'm like, the god of podcasts who knows what he's doing.
I've made one podcast, and it only has like 5 episodes. That doesn't really count.
It counts.
You know, I think this blanket is actually giving us better acoustics. Maybe we should put blankets all over the place. Did you know that blankets actually give you better acoustics if you hang them on the walls?
How does that work?
That's how it works. That's why people put like foam padding on the walls.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why they have those weird boards at the school.
What weird boards?
Like in the auditorium and in like the choir room.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Or there are actually people who for a living do math and figure out, like, they put panels, just panels of different stuff, like plastic or I don't know what else. And then they do math, and they figure out what angle and what location they want them to give you better acoustics.
What the crap?
Right? I don't know. Yeah.
Whoever comes up with those things is a genius.
Yeah, that's me. I'm a genius.
I was touring schools, we were touring colleges for a school thing. And oh crap, where was it? We've been to so many. I know, one of the colleges, we were up in the stairwell, like, I think at the library, and if you stand in this one spot and talk to the wall, you can hear it echo perfectly. Really? It's so weird.
What college was that?
Possibly, no, I think it's Snow College.
Oh, yeah, I've never been to Snow College. Maybe I'll ask Andrew if he knows about that wall. He went there. He's coming back, though.
I saw him there.
Really? Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, because we had, like, a Jersey dance.
Yeah.
Because this was for Snow Blast. And, yeah, it's, like, a cool college thing. But, yeah, I don't know. I say yeah a lot. Yeah,
you should, yeah. I say like and yeah, and I just...
It makes me feel more like a teenage girl.
When you say, yeah, I, like, totally, like, oh... Like, I just really, like, yeah. Like, what was I just saying there? I just spent many seconds saying nothing.
Audible pauses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm slapping my face right now.
Semantic satiation.
Exactly, yeah.
No, it sounds weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you don't know what semantic satiation is, it's when a word suddenly sounds, or like a phrase suddenly sounds weird, you know? That happens.
Or when you write it many, many times and it just sounds weird. Semantic is like
words.
Something, yeah, it's like words, and then satiation is satisfied, kind of, like it's,
The windows are foggy.
Very foggy. Probably from our body heat, since that one's not as foggy.
Yeah.
By the way, we're in a car.
Yeah, that sounded weird.
The windows are foggy from our body heat. So it's in a car outside, and it is winter, so yeah.
Yeah, we have a kind of busy, crazy house, so we come out here.
Yeah, that's...
Even though no one's home, it's just still noisy. Even though it's freezing out here.
I'm not cold at all. You're wearing a blanket, and you're saying you're cold?
You have a jacket.
My hands don't have a jacket. Your hands are all wrapped up in the blanket.
I've got warm water, too.
I don't know how people drink warm water. It's just weird to me.
It was a new discovery of mine. Warm water. It replaces, like, hot chocolate beautifully. You don't want, like, something sweet, but you want something warm to cuddle up with in a mug. Just warm water.
You don't have a mug. It's a cup with a straw. That's not a mug.
It's a straw cup. It's like squiggly. The cup's squiggly, not the straw.
Not the straw. Oh, man. This is going good, I guess. I mean,
He just pointed to the time. 5 minutes and 25 seconds.
26, 27, 28. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, that's fun. So,
Yeah.
tell them about artichokes.
Oh my gosh, artichokes. Yes, please. Okay,
I don't understand this.
so, artichokes. They're these creatures, right? Well, they're vegetables, but they're these creatures, and they live in the trees, alright? They have these complex communities and complex thoughts and civilizations that we don't even know about. But they exist. They're artichokes. And they, I don't know, just they exist. What am I talking about?
Artichokes.
Artichokes, yes! They live in the pine trees. I first discovered them outside the school. So I was eating outside with my friends. I was like, there's artichokes up there. They live in the...
Not true.
It is true.
They're probably just unripe pine cones. Sorry to tell you this. Yeah, she's kind of obsessed with artichokes. I've never understood why. Was that a birthday you just did?
Yes.
I'm not editing that out. Anyway, I was talking to you. So, yeah.
Okay, anyway, about the artichokes. They live in the pine trees because...
We got that.
Sorry, but yeah. It's because when it snows and in the fall, the trees all lose their leaves except for the pine trees. I guess evergreen trees. You know, because all the junipers around here also don't lose their leaves.
Yeah.
Junipers are weird.
Agreed.
Like, our town, you know, the name, I don't know what I'm saying.
Let's edit that out. I'm gonna tell them where we live.
Yeah, that's what I was like, crap.
Well, you know what? Who cares? We live in Cedar City, Utah.
84720.
That's implied in the city name.
Should I say our address too?
No, do not. Well, I mean, who listens to this?
Right now we're in a lonely car, parked in the driveway
of a house on a street in a city.
It's a yellow house.
In somewhere in the world.
Well, clearly we live in Utah.
How do you know?
Because...
We're not swearing left and right?
Snow College.
Oh.
Utah. Our accents. We sound like Utahns.
We do. We really do. Hopefully that doesn't bother anybody.
I'm obsessed with dialects. I love them. Like, but it drives my English teacher crazy because I want to use, like, y'all and, like...
Oh, boy.
Ain't. I'm like... So, like, I don't know. I don't really want to use those, but, like...
Have you ever heard of yanked? Oh my gosh, that's the most amazing word, because it's a mixture of y'all, which is a mixture of you all, and ain't, which is not. It's really weird. And yanked. You all are not. Yanked. You ain't coming to my house, you know? Like.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah. But it's also, yeah, that's a fun word.
I don't actually hear anyone in Utah say y'all, so.
Well, I've heard me and, you say it, but not seriously, just like joking.
Yeah.
Like, being weird, because we're weirdos.
Our cousins say y'all and other Texas slang.
They do?
Yeah.
How did I not know this?
Have you never heard Uncle Michael say this?
No, I have never heard him say y'all that I can remember at all.
They're from Texas, and it's weird, because they're like, ma'am, sir, and I'm like, don't call your parents ma'am and sir. I mean, like, sure, respect and all, but, like, there's a level of you need to be familiar with your parents and, like, love them,
like
and be able to say, Mom, I need to go pee. I don't know.
Ma'am, can I go use the restroom? Sure, honey. The toilet's broken, so you'll have to use the chamber pot.
I'm sorry.
Laughing's fun. Laughter's the best medicine.
Oh my gosh, I laugh way too much sometimes, and if I don't, I cry.
It's just because I'm really funny and you hang out with me too much.
I do hang out with you too much. You're a bad influence.
I'm a very bad influence.
In case you don't know, this is my brother.
Yeah, and this is my sister. We're not dating.
That was one of the titles we considered for this podcast.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, so he's 2 years older than me, and since I was in 3rd grade, I've had someone ask me if I was dating him, like, all the time. Every
Same
time
here.
we're in the same school.
Everyone, yeah. Like,
I'm like, a 3rd grader? Yeah, of course, I'm dating that 5th grader. No, he's my brother. He was incredibly short, too. I mean, like,
excuse me.
who would date that short, awkward, gangly kid? Especially since I was that short, awkward, shy girl.
Well, I know who would date that gangly kid.
Your girlfriend?
Yes, that's who. I mean, yeah, there's somebody for everybody.
Your girlfriend? He named his hamster after his girlfriend.
Deep sigh. You mentioned that to everyone.
I think it's so funny. My hamster died.
Oh, wow, yeah, please. It was,
Okay.
yeah, it is kind of sad. But the sad thing
I was sad
is-
for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, because, like, we're not really close to them. Like, I don't see mine that much.
You should take it back to your freaking room.
Okay, yeah, I was going to talk
Okay,
about that.
So they're dwarf hamsters, and they like to be together, so we have them in the same cage. But
In
they're
her
in
room.
my room still, when it's just his hamster.
But, well, the dog wants to eat them and knock
She
over the cage.
doesn't do that when they're in my room.
Yeah, she does in mine. I don't know what's special about your
My
room.
bed is right next to the cage, where she could easily knock it off.
I think she just knows that I'm more lenient. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word.
Maybe it's just because she sleeps with you way more.
Yeah, probably that too. She likes me better.
It's interesting because my dog has the same name as my friend's mom.
Which
Brandy.
friend?
Cheyenne.
Really? Her mom's name is Brandy?
Yeah.
That's fun because her last name.
Oh, yeah.
What? You didn't realize that?
No?
What? That's like the first thing I thought of. It's like, yeah, it starts with a B too. I don't know. How secretive do we really need to be?
I
Like,
have no idea.
do we care if somebody comes to our house and he's like, hey, we just decided to come here? Like,
Well, I already know what I would do if someone came and tried to shoot me. I've had dreams about it, and it's prepared me very well.
what would you do? Tell me.
Pretend to be dead. Except in my dream, I accidentally moved to shift to be a bit more comfortable, and the guy actually ended up shooting me.
Reminds me of hide and seek. You go under a blanket and you just kind of be frozen, but if you move a tiny bit and they happen to be there, they're like, ha! Found you! And then
Yeah,
you lose the
right?
game.
Except I was, like, under dead
That's why
bodies.
Follow Me is fun.
Okay, that's why I stopped watching The Arrow, because, like, it gave me those violent dreams, like, being shot. I'm like, pow!
I have never had those violent dreams.
Oh! Well, that's because you're a boy.
I
And you play violent video games.
do, okay, I do
The most
freaking
violent
not.
video game I play is Minecraft, and I don't even play Minecraft that much.
Neither do I. But, literally, the video game she's talking about is freaking Gary's Mod. I shot one person in the head while she was there,
Hey,
and
that's-
she's like, "Wah!"
That's not the only game you play. You
That's
the
violent, yes.
PlayStation.
What violent games do I play on there?
This game.
That's not violent. It's Disney princesses.
I know. I was
And
joking.
yeah.
Gosh, boy.
Yeah, I was the only one. Well, I was the first one. I don't know if I'm the only one to finish that game on the PlayStation.
You're the only one who really played the PlayStation. I got like a basketball game. And apparently there's a Serious Unfortunate Events game, but like I don't have it, so I don't know why I mentioned that.
Because you want it really bad.
I
Now
do.
I know what to get you for Christmas. Just kidding. We never played.
I don't know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
I don't know what I'm getting you for Christmas. Maybe I'll tell the podcast listeners. I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm getting.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna take so long to edit.
Yep.
We just both stayed silent for such a long time. Oh man. So yeah.
For some reason I was thinking about your work.
Why?
I don't know.
What about it?
I said for some reason. I don't know. I was just kind of picturing it, and I was like seeing the straight line on the thing on your phone, and like I was like, Josh's
On my
work.
phone?
Yeah.
Where?
I just burped again. Apparently I shouldn't be drinking. Like drinking water. I'm drinking water. I promise.
Yes, water.
I shouldn't
We
be
don't
drinking.
drink. Well, yeah. We're just like in the back of a car drinking, recording a podcast. Yep, that's us.
No.
Utons.
Oh, you Tom.
Yes. No, she's drinking water. But we are recording a podcast, so hopefully it blows up and goes viral and everyone loves it and we become famous. That'd be fun. Just kidding. I'd rather it not, but I mean, I'd be okay with that, but it's more fun having it small.
Your blanket has a cat face on it. I
You
just
didn't know
saw it,
that?
and it has like these evil eyes looking at me.
They're not evil. It's a cat. Yeah, this blanket's actually from my girlfriend, Zion.
Should I take it?
No.
Why do you keep it in your car if it's from a girlfriend?
Would you rather have a crappy blanket?
That's true.
When you need one?
I have my newest grandma blanket out in my car.
Yeah. I wonder if people will be confused when we say things like grandma blanket, because
Oh yeah.
we have these blankets that our grandma give us, and we call them our grandma blankets, even though I have like 4 different grandma blankets, but
3.
3. So, like, I'm gonna go get my grandma blanket. Which one? Number 3.
At first it was just, grandma blanket.
Because we just had
And
the one.
then, your new soft grandma blanket. And then now we have our new ones again from last year.
Yeah, man, I like...
Once she gave us pillows. Once she gave us pillowcases.
And, like, covers.
Oh, yeah, covers that one
I
year.
remember her throwing them over the railing.
Me too!
Of the,
Oh my gosh!
balcony place inside.
Because
Good
our grandma
memories.
lives in Arizona. I don't know why I mentioned that, but all of our cousins were there. And they have, like, the little balcony.
Yeah, you, like, go upstairs and there's, like, kind of a balcony in the living room.
So the living
And they
room,
threw the giant things of our, like, comforters with, like, the plastic container or whatever around it.
Like the comforter sets. Mine has Tinkerbell on it.
Mine doesn't.
Yours has Nemo, right?
Yeah. I don't sleep with it anymore. I have it in my room, though.
I think I was, like, 6 or 5.
We were young.
Yep. I still sleep with my Tinkerbell covers. Like, that's number 1.
They've lasted a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of that blanket I used to have. It's like green and it had like little sunflower things and stuff on it. But it got too like ripped up, so we had to throw it away. But I still have a small square of it.
Nice. I have this really ripped up blanket, but well, my grandma, my grandma made it and gave it to my mom. It has like a bunch of patches of different
Pigs.
stuff from different like dresses and things she made. I know it's cool, but it's like really ripped up. Right now it's the floor of my blanket fort. I have a blanket fort. I am 16, you guys, and I have a blanket fort set up in my room.
Well, it's where you like hide and do homework and be emo.
I do homework.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
She's doing air quotes.
I watch Netflix.
Speaking of Netflix, you watch too much. Just kidding. I probably watch more than you, but I watch it while I do actual work.
I try to do work and watch Netflix, but it doesn't work.
Works for me. Just different people, I guess. Well, it usually works. I mean, sometimes I'll catch myself just like staring at the screen, frozen. But it's not like they really...
I'm gonna exercise and watch TV. No, that's not gonna work either. You're gonna get tired and you're gonna sit there and you won't even realize you're watching. And just sitting there, like, looking, like, stupidly. That's why you gotta walk on the treadmill or something. Because, like, even if you're on one of those, like, bikes, you still can just stop and watch.
Unless it's a fancy one that forces you to keep pedaling, like, you're strapped onto it.
How would it force you to keep pedaling?
A metal.
Still make
not a metal, a motor.
but it would have to still make your leg, you would have to, like, exercise.
How do treadmills do it?
Well, that's different. Like, the bike...
How? How is that different?
For the bike, you're pushing. You're not just moving your legs.
Yeah, I know. I actually do. No, but... I mean, on the treadmill, you're just moving your legs. Like, the only work you really do on the treadmill is lifting your leg up to go to the next place. But
that's how normal walking works, Josh.
No, it doesn't. In normal walking,
running.
you lift up your leg and put it there, and then you push against the ground to lift your other leg up. On the treadmill, you're not really doing that, because it's just kind of pulling them back. So all you have to do is, like, put them forward.
Moonwalk. Okay, yeah, sorry. I don't know.
They can't see you. Hopefully. It's like they're watching us. Like, if there's, like, a guy spying on us through a webcam and stuff, and he's just watching us, super entertained. Well, I mean, at least somebody is watching.
That's
or
true.
listening, I guess.
Someone's paying attention. Are you shaking? Are you cold?
No.
Ha!
No, I'm not cold. It's a anxiety thing. I do that a lot. How have you not noticed?
Are you anxious right now?
No, I just Well, I always am.
Well, yeah, okay. No, I get that. I shake a lot when I'm nervous. I'm like,
Yeah, but like I'm not nervous right now, really. It's just general anxiety disorder does that. Obviously, you don't know how anxiety disorders work.
No.
You don't just get anxious when you're anxious. It's for no reason. Like, literally, I cannot, like, sometimes I'm, like, super nervous about something, but it's not something. It's just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if the kids will notice when they get home. I guess it's not kids, it's Manda and Wub and Ma.
Yeah, as you can tell, we have nicknames. Wub. That's not her real name.
Oh my gosh, Wub. I don't even remember how that came to be.
I do. Wibbit. Ribbit. Frog.
Ah.
And that is how. Yeah, she really likes frogs. Green. She is freaking green-tastic.
Yep.
We better ask her if we need to, like, take that
I
out.
remember when I was little, I came up to her one day and I'm like, what's your favorite holiday? And she was like, I don't know, Christmas. And I was like, it's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is all about green. She's like, oh, right, yeah. And she decided, that was the day she decided it was her favorite holiday.
And now we celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Most families probably don't, but she usually has, like, a party and we get, like, green things. Like, some people, like, you know, have green milk and the leprechauns got into the milk.
House. I don't know, but like it's like serious. It's like not Valentine's Day.
It's more than Valentine's Day.
It's like Halloween. Halloween's a good example.
It's very similar to Halloween. Well, like, you know, not trick or treating, but like it's as important.
You decorate and you do crap.
Yeah, we freaking decorate for St. Patrick's Day.
When we were younger, it was like February, and we went trick or treating with a bunch of neighbor kids.
We called it something else.
Oh, what was it?
And I think it was actually January.
I thought it was February.
I'm pretty sure it was January. I know it was still pretty snowy.
Mm-hmm.
And we were wearing snowsuits, because I remember the snowsuit I was wearing.
I remember taking all the Tootsie Rolls out of my snowsuit.
Me too. Pocket. Yeah, and I remember my snowsuit's pocket had a hole, and so all my Tootsie Rolls were really just in between the padding and the fabric of my snowsuit on my, like, leg of it. So I just, like, kind of
we live surrounded by old rich people. Okay, we're not rich. We're not old, obviously. Well, I feel old sometimes. But, like, we got, like, a cheap, big thing of land, like, per chance. And then our grandpa's the one who built our house, because he's a contractor. So, you know, we didn't have to be rich. But everyone around us is rich and old. So they give out good candy. Always good candy. But, like, so they're, like, all these little old ladies who always have their little thing of candies. They're like, oh, take some more. That's like Halloween, but
bubble gum.
Oh, Francie gum.
Yes. Man, good memories. Yeah, we just go over there and get some bubble gum. She always had a thing of bubble gum. Like what is it, like Hubba Bubba, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes she would have like the grape stuff that's like weird star shaped.
Yeah, that was weird. But but she always just had those big containers of gum.
Yeah, like a little pail.
Yeah.
Like an ice cream pail.
Yep.
There's a lull. Time to move on to cats and kittens.
I think we already talked about cats.
But not enough. Cats are adorable, and so are... No, actually, well, our nicknames, Tuck and Boy.
Yeah. Boy is Boy because he's the only boy in our family.
Yeah.
His real name is Josh.
I was just giving her a face.
Don't look at me like
that. Anyway, yeah, and her nickname is Tuck. There's kind of a long story with that.
Very long story.
We would call her Bucky.
Where did that come from?
Good question. I can tell you what, it didn't come from what you said it come from.
Okay, well,
Yeah, she thought it was like a combination of like
Okay, so when I was I didn't see that.
Something like
anyway,
that. It was
so
not bad.
Amanda, our youngest sister, when she was little, she called me Kaka. Yeah. And so that kind of evolved into Cuck. And then
Buck and Bucky.
Yeah.
And then she really hated that name because...
And it just bugged me a lot, and then, like, they'd play the buck game, and then you'd go cuck and duck, and I'm like, no! What the crap? Quit doing that! So, that drove me crazy. And so, we made it, I worked with her, like, I told my mom I didn't want it anymore, and she's like, okay. We decided that anyone who calls me Buck has to give me a buck. Once, like, a few months ago, Josh was just like, hey, Buck! And so I was like, give me $1. And he actually gave me $1. Like, I didn't expect that.
Well, did you think I would just be like, no, you don't deserve $1. I just called you the name that we're not supposed to call you. Yeah.
But it's like, they haven't called me Buck for, like, years. Like, 4 years.
And now I can call you Buck all I want, huh?
No, you can't. Give me $1.
I never called you Buck yet.
Oh, that's true.
I can call you Buck all I want, and you would never know. But I'll never do it to your face.
That reminds me of the $5 Buck lunch.
Oh, yeah, it's so weird. Freaking Dairy Queen. Because it's the $5 lunch. But because of, like, confusion of people, I guess, they have to have a little $sign before the 5. So it says $5 Buck lunch. And her nickname was Buck, so it was like, it's the lunch for Buck. $5. $5 Buck lunch. We'd also make jokes about, like, sending someone, like, $100. But it would actually be 100 of her stuffed in, like, a semi-truck.
Yeah.
Drive it to them. Yeah. Weirdness. But yeah, she
You
had
know,
that. And
I
I ended up calling
pictured
her
that, but
Duck.
I wasn't one of the Bucks, so that was weird.
That is kind of weird. We never really imagined it being you. It was just a bunch of you. But not the actual you was ever there. It was like clones.
Like, Natty would call me Bucket, and now she calls me, like, Tucket. Tuckles.
Tuckles.
So we changed
Tuckle
it to
is
Tuck.
English.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I thought, like, Duck, you know, and then we just kind of... Now it's Tuck. Yeah,
right?
it
Nicknames
is.
are strange.
Right? Yeah, just... Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's funny because, so when we were little, our older sister, we called her Nanny. Her name's Natalie, but we called her Nanny. And it was so funny because, like, she was... Josh, quit it! Oh my gosh!
What?
You know what you're doing. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I'm sucking on the... What are they called?
String?
Well, I'm wearing a jacket, and they have, like, those strings that you
The
use to, like,
ties?
tighten the hood. They have a name. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Did you know that the little tip on the end of a shoelace is called an aglet?
Yeah, it reminds me of, like, something you would put on the end of a pipe or something.
It reminds me of Phineas and Ferb, because that's where I learned it from.
Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah. They had, like, a whole big event about it to raise awareness.
About aglets?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they did, like, this whole party thing about those ribbons you tie around your fingers to remind you of things?
That was the aglet.
Really?
Yeah, they, like, tied them around their finger, and that was weird. Yeah, that's what it was for. And then Doofenshmirtz had, like, a Forgetinator because he, like, had this stupid video on the internet.
Why do you remember this so much?
Because I watched it, like, that's what I would watch last year. I watched Netflix.
But Phineas and Ferb?
They took it off Netflix. It sucked. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Now I'm stuck with Johnny Test.
Johnny, why?
Because with normal good shows, I can't concentrate on my homework. But with stuff like that and, like, really crappy Disney shows, like movies, I can just do my homework with background noise.
Why don't you just use white noise or music like most people?
I do use music.
Well, and Johnny Test, though. So...
I tried listening to other crap, but,
Such as?
I don't really know.
Like Johnny Test.
Night Vale?
Night Vale's. Yeah, that's good. Another podcast.
Oh, I like Night Vale. I mostly would listen to it when I clean my room, though.
I'd listen to it while I walked the dog. Way back when I walked the dog.
Poor Brandy. She hasn't been walked in a long time. By the way, we didn't name her. I had no idea what Brandy was a thing until we got our dog from... She was like a year old
Also,
already.
we spell it differently than they did. Like, when we got her, her name was actually spelled with an I at the end, but we spell it with a Y. Mm-hmm. Which I like better. Because it's like Brandy, like Bambi. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to be reminded of Bambi. I don't think I've ever actually seen Bambi. At least not that I remember.
All I know is that it's about a deer and its mom dies.
Yeah, by like a hunter.
Or something.
No, it's a hunter.
Yeah.
And then Bambi's all sad, and then Bambi has to go on this crazy adventure.
And then Bambi, like...
I can describe every Disney movie for you.
Bam...
Something happens and they have to go on a big adventure because of it, and then there's a happy ending.
What about Snow White? They don't go on a big adventure.
Somebody does. And yeah, they do. Something happens, so she has to run away because she's going to get killed. And then, that's the adventure. Her running away. Oh, and then she lives with the dwarves and everything. And then she eats apple. And then, there's this whole big thing. But then there's a happy ending. She's reunited with the prince. Every Disney movie.
Oh, yeah. I was like, did she ever meet the prince in the first place? Okay, Sleeping Beauty, the real story, it's disturbing.
I don't remember it, but I know I was disturbed.
She gets raped.
Yeah. What kind of sleep was that then?
Like a drugged sleep?
I
don't know.
Just drawing on the windows.
Yeah.
It's my car. I can do what I want.
That's true. I can't say that because my car is Mom's car.
Ha! I own a car and you do not.
And it's a truck, so...
Yeah. I like this car better than the truck, honestly.
It was so funny when he got this car, he looked online and found it and loved it. And then found out that when he went to go look at it, he's like, "Oh, where do you live?" And
They sent me the address and it was our next door neighbor. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
And then I just walked over there and took a look at it, drove it around, loved it.
I watched from our porch.
Yeah.
That wasn't creepy at all.
Yeah. I mean, you're my sister. We're not dating.
I also pet a dog.
Woof woof.
One of our neighbors was walking another neighbor's dog. Yeah. That's
Eric?
what happened. Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, we put that dog too. Oh my gosh, it was a cute dog.
He ran away.
Hmm?
He ran away.
Really?
And then they found him.
Oh, darn. What?
Don't say that.
Well, Eric said that they don't take care of it very well, so. Maybe he would find a better home if he ran away. Is your water gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
I'm taking your cup.
I know.
Well, you're gonna keep making sounds with it. Anyway, well, yeah, I guess that means that this is the end.
Why? Oh,
Because
hi.
There's kind of a long lull and stuff anyway, so.
Alright, well,
What should we say at the end?
I don't know. How about, see you next time!
That's one way to end it.